We present Isobel, a woman of today. The story of a modern woman in a man's world. With Granola Vanley as Isobel and Minky Wells as Alicia. Dear Isobel, can you ever forgive me? I've been living a lie these past months. You think I'm a debonair, handsome, good-looking, smart, attractive, intelligent man about town with a private income and a large collection of spats. But in truth, one of those things is not so. That is why I cannot tell you to your face, why I commit my secret to paper, which you must eat afterwards. For in fact, I am a spy.
A spy? Shh! Sorry. I don't understand, Montgomery.
Then let me finish my letter to you, and you shall.
Can't you just tell me without writing it down at the same time?
No, I must write it. Then I can look at the page, and not at you.
Don't you want to look at me?
I can't.
Why?
I've got a squiffy eye.
I thought your writing was all over the place. Half of it's on the tablecloth.
Oh, dash it all.
Will I have to eat that too?
We'll eat it together.
Oh, Montgomery.
Oh, Isobel.
Oh, yes, your eye is squiffy, isn't it?
Does it put you off?
No, not if I look you in the other eye.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Oh, Isobel.
Oh, Montgomery.
Then I can tell you to your face.
Yes, not too close.
Sorry. Well, I do secret work for the government. I have to go abroad and find out things from foreigners.
Is it dangerous?
Terribly.
Oh, Montgomery, be careful.
I'm always careful. Will you be away long? Tonight I catch a train for the coast, and then I take the ferry to who knows where. I may never be back.
Oh!
I know.
I can't bear it.
There is, perhaps, a way.
Ronnie, it's me, Alicia. Alicia! That's right, your wife. Now listen, you'll never guess who I've seen talking to Isobel again. Mr. Lepoomp from the dress shop. And I shouldn't believe anything he says. You wanted a winter coat and went in there by mistake, so felt you had to buy something, and suspenders were on special offer. Well, you always do have an eye for a bargain. But of course it wasn't him. It's that Montgomery. If her Johnny knew, he'd have a blue fit. Well, of course I must say when I next see him. It's my duty to her as her friend. Now listen, Ronnie. Mrs. Trebuchet should have left a casserole in the oven on a low heat. Turn it up at past, and I'll be home to get it out by 6. I must go. Something's happening. So, if you had £50...
Probably 60.
Oh. If you had £60, you could buy yourself a new identity and be able to come back to England after your mission and live safely as a retired spy.
They aren't expecting me to come back. I'm sacrificing myself for my country. It's the honourable thing to do.
Oh, Montgomery.
But if you could slip me 60 quid, I could be honourable and have a happy retirement too.
What about Johnny?
What about him?
He'll notice £60 vanishing from the account.
Well, not if you withdraw it quickly.
And I feel so disloyal. Us meeting like this is bad enough, but using Johnny's money to help you is wrong, wrong, wrong.
You're not helping me. You're helping your country.
I think Johnny would rather have the money.
Well, I can't force you. I can only say goodbye.
But...
Just a moment. Yours sincerely, Montgomery.
Oh, yes.
Here.
Thank you. Shall I eat it now?
When I'm gone.
But you promised you'd help me with the tablecloth.
Oh, very well. Tuck in.
Don't go, Montgomery.
I must. I'm to never come back. Don't blame yourself, Isobel, even though it's all your fault.
Maybe... Isobel! I thought it was you. Oh, no. I see you're having a tablecloth. I'm not surprised. The food here's gone right off. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Please, could you give us a moment?
Oh, you have company. Oh, I didn't see you have a man sitting with you, Isobel. Is it one of Johnny's friends? know perfectly well it's Montgomery. My friend from the
Duck, goose, squirrel.
park.
Barks.
How lovely. She's bound to tell Johnny this time. I better go.
I must go. If you could just let me have that £70.
I haven't got it on me. Do you want the napkins? No.
I'll take a cheque.
I don't know.
Look, if it's easier, make it around 100 and tell your husband it's for shoes.
Oh.
Or I can never return.
Very well, but not a cheque. I'll get the cash from the bank. Meet me on the station at 6:30.
What station?
The railway station, where you'll be catching your train to the coast.
Oh, yes.
And then a ferry to who knows where. If it's from the coast, it's probably the Isle of Wight.
The ferry goes where I tell it to go. Very well, Isobel. 6:30. Don't fail me.
I shan't. Oh, good riddance. Alicia! I mean the tablecloth. It's as tough as anything. But I'm glad he's gone too. What's that you're idly playing with in a distracted manner? Just a letter.
From whom?
Never you mind. If you want my advice, I don't. I'd put some salt and pepper on that letter before you eat it. I could do with a pot of tea. Waitress? Yes, madam. Oh, dear. I'll have to get you another tablecloth. Oh, I couldn't manage another, but a pot of tea would be very nice. Yes, madam. He wants me to give him money so he can come home and live quietly as a retired spy. Why can't he live on the Isle of Wight? He's not going to the Isle of Wight. The ferry goes where he tells it to. He'd better tell it to go to the Isle of Wight. We're not up to going anywhere else. I remember my Ronnie got stuck on a boat once. It was only supposed to go twice round the isthmus. He ended up in Amsterdam. 3 whole weeks Ronnie was stuck there while they mended a hole in the bottom. I tell you, if that ferry gets to the Isle of Wight, it'll be a miracle. Will you stop talking about the Isle of Wight? Pardon me, I'm sure.
Did I hear you mention the Isle of Wight?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yes, that's right. I have an aunt who lives there. Perhaps you know her. Mrs. Amelia Gabbletic.
Well, I've never actually been there.
Oh, neither have I. But I often wonder how she is, and if she's still alive.
Why don't you write to her?
I don't know her address.
Well, there can't be many Gambleticks on the Isle of Wight.
Oh, no, that was her maiden name. Her married name is Pumplebop. She could be anywhere.
Perhaps you could ask your friend to look out for her, Isobel. For the last time, Montgomery is not going to the Isle of Wight. Neither am I, and neither are you.
The ferry is. There's a ferry that goes to the Isle of Wight?
Yes, all the time.
I had no idea. Well, that solves all my problems. I could find my aunt and have a relaxing holiday at the same time.
I must go to the bank before they shut. Tea, madam.
The tea's here now.
I don't care. You can't order a pot of tea and not pay for it. I haven't time.
Well, really. Please allow me.
Oh, thank you. This gentleman's paying. Oh, look, she's left her letter. Pass for salt and pepper. Where are you? Where are you? The train will be leaving any moment.
Psst! Over here, behind these bales of hay.
Montgomery, what are you doing?
Hiding. You go that way, I'll go this. He mustn't get on that train or we'll never see our money again. Those men are enemy agents, looking for me. I have to get away quickly.
Yes.
Have you the money?
Oh, yes, here you are.
Thank you. I'll stand here, you stand there. If he tries to board the train, we'll have him.
Montgomery, what will you do?
Quick, you take my mackintosh and gentleman's Homburg, and I'll put on your pale pink coat and pillbox hat.
It's Cerise.
Even better. They'll never know it's me. Goodbye, Isobel, until we meet again. Remember, we're doing this for England.
Yes. Oh, goodbye, Montgomery.
There's no sign of him anywhere. Are you sure he came on the platform? Excuse me, gentlemen. Sorry, madam. Oh, you've dropped your wad of notes. Oh, how clumsy of me. Thank you. He must have doubled back. Hang on. Excuse us, sir.
Me?
Yes. Is that your mackintosh and gentleman's Homburg? Only it matches the description we have of a known con man and thief.
Don't you mean spy?
No, con man and thief.
Here, stop! Stop! Alicia, there's been a terrible mistake. Read this. It explains everything. Montgomery's letter. I nearly ate it, but the pepper ran out. Then Archibald, the man at the cafe with the aunt on the Isle of Wight. Oh, yes. He pointed out how important it might be if there's any trouble. After we'd read it, of course.
Ah, drat! Well, if it don't beat all, he is a spy. I'd have sworn he was a common con man and thief.
Well, now you know better. Never jump to conclusions, that's what my Ronnie always says to me.
Come on, let's scarper.
Help me off with the coat and hat, will you? Oh, no! What's the matter this time? In the hat! It's his train ticket, and a ticket for the Isle of Wight ferry.
Told you.
That means nothing. The ferry goes where he tells it to go.
Not without a ticket, it doesn't.
I must get after him. But Johnny will be expecting you home. It can't be helped. There's the next train. I must catch it. Isobel, don't be a fool. I've no choice. Tell Johnny it's for England.
The 6:45 to the coast is now leaving. All aboard. All aboard.
6:45? Oh, bother. Ronnie's casserole will be ruined.
You have listened to Isobel, a housewife of today, created by Timmy Upps and Tommy Downs, written by Felicity Fluff, starring Granola Vanley as Isobel, with Minky Wells as Alicia, Ryan Rook as Montgomery, Gladstone Spattercake as Archibald, Tommy Twig as the first man, Timmy Trunk as the second man, Trudy Dumps as the waitress, and Kevin Tripp as the railway announcer. It was produced by Cardigan Trent.